I once heard a quote that said, opportunity is often missed because it's disguised as hard work.
Everything changes every which way. You got to hold on to what you need. And if I hide myself away, how could I go with the world on me? We can trust each other, always make things right. What is more important than loving someone? La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
The neighbours upstairs have moved out, so there's a lot of noise while they clean it. Just do it. Impossible is nothing. Gives you wings. Challenge everything. It's everything you want it to be. What's the worst that could happen? These are all slogans from companies that are trying to convince you of the same thing. They're all saying the same thing, trying to convince you of the same thing. And that is that you can achieve anything you want as long as you're using their product. So a little game for the comments, without using Google, whose slogan is "Don't be evil." See if you can guess the companies that those slogans belong to. Now this is a quote that I often live by. As my social media grew and I was presented with a lot of different opportunities, some I missed, some I took, and some of those that I missed because they seemed like a lot of hard work, and opportunity was missed because it was disguised as hard work. What I didn't realize was those that I took were still hard work. You just didn't see it. And there's another quite famous quote that says, if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Now this quote does require some debunking, because anybody that does what they love for a living will tell you that they work 365 days a year, 7 days a week, and they don't clock out at 5 p.m. It's orange juice, not coffee. At this point of the vlog, you're probably thinking, the hell is he talking about, and why is he talking about it? I've always been quite honest about how I got started, how I grew my audience, how I started doing what I do. And it's a question that I probably get asked the most. What do you do for a living? How do I get the life that you have? And that's kind of what I'm talking about. There's an element of luck. There's an element of luck involved, but I always find that the harder you work, the luckier you get. And like I mentioned in the last video about just starting, consistency is key. And with me and my Instagram, for example, with consistency, it was every single day. Christmas, Valentine's, my birthday, didn't matter. Make a video and you upload it every single day. I'm sorry to break it to those who wish there was, but there's no hack. There's no cheat code. But there's a trick. And that trick goes beyond Instagram or, you know, TikTok, YouTube, whatever like that. This applies to absolutely anything in your life. You want to learn a new language, you want to get a promotion in your current job, you want to get a new job, whatever it is. This trick is applicable to all of that. And I can guarantee you, every successful person in this world, every millionaire in this world has done this trick. You get a piece of paper, a notepad, whiteboard, whatever it is. You write down your goals on the top, not dreams. Dreams are for lazy people. Goals are for people that go and make shit happen. Write down your goals, top of the page, and then underneath that, you list out all of the steps you need to take in order to achieve that goal. So if that's getting a promotion in your current job, maybe you need to identify the next role as maybe getting a supervisor role, and then a management role, then an area management role, and then maybe you get your own store, something like that. And then you break those steps down to, okay, how do I become a supervisor? What are the steps that I need to take from there? Do I go from a part-time contract to a full-time contract? Do I ask my employer to upskill me? Do I need to learn how to do more operational things within that role? For example, there's just a vague example. Write down your goals, a list of things you need to do to achieve the goal, and you tick them off one by one until you reach your goal. Do bear in mind that you may have to add to this list as you go on. But if you are consistent, if you are determined, you will get what you want. And that is no exaggeration. So, the reason I get to travel so much and live the life that I'm so lucky and so privileged to live it's because I believed that impossible is nothing. That I could just do it. What is the worst that could happen? Because as I said, all these brands are trying to convince you that you can do anything you want as long as you use their product. Well, I don't own any Nike products. I don't drink Red Bull. I don't bank with Visa. So you just say yes and then learn later.